Good evening, Ryuji.
Good evening, Marvi. The alarming surge in violent acts in the Israeli-occupied West Bank region has brought record levels not seen since the Second Intifada, according to United States Department of State spokesperson Matthew Miller.
Violence in the West Bank this year is at levels not seen since the Second Intifada, and in recent weeks, an alarming surge in violent acts has driven this unwelcome record even higher. This includes unprecedented levels of violence by Israeli extremist settlers targeting Palestinians and their property, displacing entire communities, as well as violence by Palestinian extremist militants against Israeli civilians. Today, as President Biden recently warned, the United States is taking action to address this escalating violence in the West Bank by implementing a new visa restriction policy under Section 212A3C of the Immigration and Nationality Act. Under this policy, the United States will pursue visa restrictions against individuals involved in or meaningfully contributing to the undermining of peace, security, or stability in the West Bank.
The United States administration has repeatedly warned Israel to stop acts of violence by Israeli settlers against Palestinians in the area and hold those involved accountable. In the same manner, Palestinian leaders are also asked for more action to prevent attacks on Israelis in the West Bank. The bans started to be implemented on Tuesday, December 5, 2023, with those Israelis impacted by the restrictions to be notified of the revocation. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, meanwhile, confirmed that only Israeli authorities have the right to use violence, Israel being a state of law. Miller, on the other hand, acknowledged Israel's actions to hold people responsible by putting them in administrative detention. The US, however, believes that prosecution measures should be exercised instead. Notwithstanding the decision to issue visa bans, Miller says the US does not deter Israel from taking its own measures to curb the actions undermining peace, security, or stability in the West Bank, including unduly restricting civilians' access to essential services and basic necessities, as outlined by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Back to you, Marvi.
Thank you, Ryuji Sasaki, reporting live.